When we look at defining consent, we want to put it in real terms. And consent is permission. That's what consent is. It's permission. And so the only way to really get valid, accurate consent is to be able to hear a yes from somebody. And a yes that is given freely and enthusiastically, and a yes that could have been given just as easily as the word no could have been given. Because if you feel like you can't say no, and you're forced to say yes or maybe or something else, then you're not really in a place where someone's respecting your answer. You're in a place where you're feeling pressured to give a certain kind of answer along the way. When we talk about yes means yes, anything else means no, which is a campaign that was done many years ago but is still such an important one, that's where you get the gray lines that people try to rely on when they don't want to have the real conversations about sex and when they don't want to ask the real questions about what kind of sexual activity they want to have. And so instead they sort of tiptoe around the subject, or they give maybe, or let me think about it, or I'm not really sure sorts of answers, as opposed to firm yeses and firm nos. So it's really important when you're engaging in sexual interactions to make sure that not only are you getting a yes that's firm and solid, but it's a yes that's given freely and without coercion and without convincing. If you have to convince somebody to have sex with you, chances are you don't really want to have sex with that person anyway. But oftentimes, young adults think, well, if I just give you all the reasons why it's okay for us to do it, then you'll say yes. And that's not really a real yes then, because you're having to, what's a good word? You're having to talk somebody into saying, okay, yeah, I agree with you, as opposed to, I'm just not there right now and I don't want to do that with you right now. So yes means yes when it's yes. Anything else means no. One of the other areas that tends to get silent are the maybes, or the well, maybe, sort of, yeah, or I'm okay with this much, and then we'll see where it goes, because they don't want to give you that no. People don't want to feel like they're rejecting somebody, or that they'll be rejected by giving that kind of answer. And sometimes people will just stay silent. And people stay silent for a lot of different reasons. Teenagers stay silent for a lot of different reasons when they are in sexual activities with their partners. They worry that they're going to be rejected. They worry they're not going to be liked. They're worried the whole relationship will fall apart if they don't go along with things. And so sometimes people stay silent just because it's the easiest answer to give. Sometimes people stay silent because they're afraid and because they're fearful for a variety of different reasons. Sometimes people stay silent because the person who's asking them to do something is their best friend. And how do you say no to your best friend when they're putting you in that kind of a position? So it's really important for teenagers to remember that silence does not equal consent. Silence means no. Hesitation means no. Yes means yes. Anything else means no. To be a capable person, you have to be somebody who is in a sober mind state, who can give a free yes or a free no to what's happening, and to do so without an impaired mind. The moment you start to party and put things into your body that alter your ability to give a coherent mind frame is the moment that you lose your ability to give knowing, voluntary, and intelligent consent.